Good evening everyone, and welcome to a slightly late Gundam news, but we are back with the usual backdrop. So, with the release of the second Hathaway's Flash movie being just around the corner, we of course got a lot of Hathaway's Flash news. For example, we got a recap of the first Hathaway's Flash movie, which I will have linked down below. The designs for the bonus items included with the soundtrack were revealed. One train on the Yamanote line has been covered with Hathaway's Flash ads, and they also released a bunch of the bonuses that moviegoers in Japan will be getting. People who go watch the movie on the first 3 days will get one of 3 special movie tickets, being one featuring the Zai Gundam, one featuring the new Gundam, and one being secret. Plus, for people who buy their ticket online in the first 3 days, they'll get a digital movie ticket and a premium gacha ticket for SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. People then who watch the movie in the first week will get one of 2 illustration cards. One featuring Hathaway and Gigi, and the other featuring Kenneth and Lane. And then for the people watching the movie in an IMAX theater, they'll get a special IMAX A3 poster for as long as supplies last. The thing that got everyone talking then is the newest trailer that also unveiled the opening theme song, being Snooze by SZA. Not exactly something I was expecting with a Gundam movie, but hey, here we are. R&B isn't exactly the first thing I would think about when hearing Hathaway's Flash, but for certain scenes it definitely fits, as they also showed with this trailer, which I will have linked down below. Nice boat, by the way. And what's also nice is that a bunch of merchandise will go up for sale alongside the movie. There's various things like keychains, acrylic stands, clothes, and so on, with the high-grade Zai Gundam clear color version theatrical release commemoration package going up for sale on February the 6th. The kit will go for 6,930 yen, 44 US, and will only be available for people who either have a ticket to go watch the movie, or for those who have seen the movie in the past. And they also said that in the future, the kit will also become available through the Gundam base and certain events starting June. And starting January 30th, people buying a Gundam Blu-ray or DVD at participating stores will get a set of 4 L-sized illustration sheets from Hathaway's Flash, The Sorcery of Nymph Circe. For more Gunpla news then, we go to Gundam's ongoing collaboration with Hatsune Miku. In May, we'll be getting the real great RX-78-2 Gundam version 2.0 Hatsune Miku version. It goes for 4,290 yen, 27 US, and comes in a very striking, but surprisingly good looking, Hatsune Miku inspired color scheme. The only thing that I'm still not a fan of is that the beam rifle is completely in blue. It definitely would have benefited from some color separation, but so be it. The stickers are also Hatsune Miku flavored, and it comes with a set of traditional pink beam saber blades, plus a set of less common green beam saber blades, which are no doubt inspired by Miku's iconic leaks. Oh, and of course, this thing is Premium Bandai Limited. Which unfortunately also goes for our latest figure announcement, the Robot Spirit Side MS Zaku 2 High Mobility Prototype. It can be yours in July for 8,800 yen, 56 US, and comes with quite a few new parts like the head, the backpack, and the lower legs. As for the accessories, it comes with a Zaku Bazooka, Zaku Machine Gun, a stored Heat Hawk, an active Heat Hawk, a bunch of hand options, and a whopping 10 thruster effect parts, allowing for some very striking poses. Meanwhile, on the gaming front then, in Gundam Battle Operation 2 for the PlayStation, the Zoloat has joined the fray, while on Steam the Silhouette Gundam has become available. In the global version of UC Engage, there was an event unit assembly for the UR Machu and our UR GQUUuuX Omega Psycho activated version, plus a Comet Power Augmentation operation, and a Battle Rush EX event. And then SD Gundam G Generation Eternal has once again reached number 1 in certain areas, giving players 3,000 diamonds, plus Master League Season 8 has just gone live. And vaguely related to the gaming news, the Gundam Unicorn Awakening Drive Pachislot machine has been announced. It'll be hitting Japanese pachinko parlors in April, and remember, pachinko, and therefore by extension Pachislot, is not gambling, because that would be illegal. I'll have the promotional video linked down below. And in other news, the SD Gundam snack, which came packed together with one of 32 SD Gundam themed stickers, will be re-released in May. As for the things you could get this week then, we started on the 17th with the latest Gundam card game releases. In Japan, you could get 2 new starter decks for 1,650 yen a piece, 11 US. There was starter deck number 7 called Celestial Drive, which of course features Gundam 00 cards, and there was starter deck 8 called Flash of Radiance, featuring Hathaway's Flash cards. So I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't call it Radiance's Flash to be even closer to the title of the movies. But anyways, on the 19th, these Gundam X Hatsune Miku rubber keychains once again became available in gachapon machines across Japan, going for just 300 yen a spin or 2 US. And you could also get the Link Traveler's World of GQUUuuX Machu coordination set. It goes for a whopping 8,800 yen, 56 US, but it will allow you to dress up Machu in a variety of clothes. We've got her normal outdoor clothes with an open jacket, her pilot suit, which can be combined with a closed version of her jacket, her hat, her beanie, Hara with a carrying bag, her backpack, her pajamas, different hair to match her pajamas, slippers for when she's wearing those pajamas, 5 different expressions, and a bunch of hand options, both normal and gloved hands. And when looking at all of the included parts, I'm pretty sure this set will allow you to not just make one anime accurate Machu, but 2 anime accurate Machus. One being Machu in her PJs, and then another one being Machu wearing one of her outdoor sets. Or you can of course always make your own combination of parts. One day later then, you could try your luck with the online limited Gundam Wing Ichiban Kuji. One ticket will set you back 900 yen, 6 US, and you always win something. Although, the higher prizes are more desirable than the lower prizes. Usually, because here, you could make an argument that this is not really the case. The A prize this time is a Wing Gundam Buses figure, which looks really nice as long as you ignore the wings. As the name indicates, we're only getting the top half of the Wing Gundam, and rather than also cutting the wings in half, they made the stylistic choice to shrink them, so that they could give this bust the full wings. As a result, we now have a Wing Gundam bust with chicken wings, which honestly does not look that great. So we've got another case where the B prize is actually more desirable than the A prize. And that B prize is the masterized Hiro Yui figure, copying his famous pose from the intro. The C prize then is one of 3 visual stands, and the D prize might just be the best of all of them. The mission accepted ballpoint pen, or as we all know it, Hiro's self-detonation switch, which also looks to be a pretty much one-to-one replica of what we see in the anime. And the thing here really is, like, we've had figures of Hiro before, we've had a lot of Wing Gundam figures, Gunpla and whatevers, but I don't think we've ever gotten a replica of the self-detonation switch. So, again, the D prize here might just be the prize to get for, like, the big Gundam Wing fans out there. Moving along then, the E prize is a Wing Dead Scythe Heavy Arms Sandrock or Shenlong magnet, the F prize an acrylic stand featuring one of the Gundam pilots or a screenshot from the anime, and last and unfortunately also least, the G prize is a clear poster featuring either one of the Gundam boys or some cool artwork. Plus, if you then manage to snag the final ticket, you'll also get a Wing Zero Endless Waltz version buses figure. But again, I have the same complaints here as I did with the Wing Gundam. They again made the wings much smaller, creating a unbalanced figure turning those majestic angel wings into chicken wings. Again, I get what they were going for, but I disagree with the end result. Some better deformed figures then were released in Japan on the 24th, the second wave of Yurugun figures. One blind box will set you back 990 yen, 6 US, and the lineup consists of a mixture of characters from the first wave and also some new characters. We've got the Freedom flying around, the RX-78-2 Gundam trying to sleep on his trailer, the Goof getting a glass of water and a loaf of bread, Char Zaku just like taking off to somewhere, the Gan taking a bath, Char Zagok catching a fish, the Zeta Gundam being scared by a Humbrabi, the Big Zam watering a plant, two Jim Doggos just playing with each other, a sweaty Unicorn Gundam, and two secret figures. And on the same day, the Metal Robot Spirit Side MS New Gundam was also released. And for 22,000 yen, 140 US, this bad boy will allow you to recreate a lot of famous scenes from the movie. It comes with the new Hyper Bazooka, beam rifle, shield, main beam saber, 3 different effect parts for the main beam saber, being normal, short, and swinging, sub beam saber with effect part, and of course, the fin funnels. Thanks to the die-cast parts used in the joints of the new Gundam, it won't have any stability issues while the funnels are equipped to the machine itself, and of course, they can also be displayed flying around. We've got an action base with extra support for the fin funnels, plus thruster effect parts. So it really comes with everything you'd want from a new Gundam, plus more. And if you wanted even more new Gundam on the 24th, you could also get the optional part set Gunpla 19 fin funnels. This set goes for 1,650 yen, 11 US, and comes with the new Hyper Bazooka, main beam saber with 2 beam saber blade effect parts, sub beam saber with 1 beam saber blade effect part, 6 fully functional fin funnels, a backpack piece to allow your entry-gate new Gundam to equip the new Hyper Bazooka to the backpack, and 2 sets of fin funnels, and then some joint parts so that you can also hook up those fin funnels to other kits as well, with the examples given being the entry-grade RX-78-2 and the entry-grade Strike Gundam. And finally, we also got a bunch of stuff simply slated for a late January release, like the GQUUuuuX Chokorin collection, being little super deformed figures that go for 935 yen a pop, 6 US, with the lineup consisting of Machu in her pilot suit, Nyan, Shuji, Challia, and Char. And Challia and Char were also available as Lookup figures for 4,620 yen each, 29 US. And if GQUUuuuX just isn't really your jam, for the same price, you could also get the new Lookup figures of Lacus and Cagalli, or the restock Lookup figures of Kira and Athrun. But no matter which one you go for, they all have the same defining feature: a ball-jointed head, so that you can pose them looking at whatever you want, including yourself if that's what you're into. And finally, for 3,850 yen a pop, 25 US, you could go for the Gundam Military Generation Sleggar Law Normal Suit version or Mirai Yashima. And like usually, these Gundam Military Generation dual releases come with somewhat comparable accessories, but these two are a little bit different. Sleggar comes with the usual things like a pistol, a holster, 2 multi-pouches, a bunch of hand options, a helmet with or without the visor, and 2 faces. One for use without a helmet and one for use with a helmet. Mirai, meanwhile, comes with hand options for herself, and then 2 accessories for use with the Sleggar figure: a hand holding a hamburger and a Sleggar face about to bite into said hamburger. Although, I guess there is nothing stopping you from using these accessories with Mirai instead. So, have fun with those. For this week's reading material then, there was the March issue of Model Graphics featuring the Real Great Wing Zero, High Grade Gallus J, and High Grade Gun Tank, the March issue of V-Jump, which comes with a Gundam card game promotional resource card featuring the Exia and his Gundam, and the March issue of Hobby Japan featuring a review of the Perfect Great Unleashed new Gundam, as well as a brief overview of all of the new Gundam Gunpla. Of course, in celebration of that Perfect Great Unleashed new Gundam. So definitely something worth getting for the big new Gundam fans in the audience. And you could see even more new Gundams in the new manga releases for this week. There was the first and second volume of the new edition of Char's Counterattack Beyond the Time. And as you can tell from the covers, this manga retells the events of the movie, but now as seen through the eyes of Nanai. And the other manga releases were Volume 1 of the new edition of SD Gundam The Comedy Warriors, Volume 22 of Zeta Gundam Define, and Volume 23 of Gundam Son. And finally, we're moving on to the apparel news. After 2 weeks of no news, Strict G and Bankore are finally back. First up, from Strict G, you could get this Hathaway's Flash Key Visual Tee. It goes for 8,800 yen, 56 US, and as the name indicates, it comes with the main promotional image of the first Hathaway's Flash movie. And this shirt became available in physical Strict G stores on the 24th. Becoming available on February 21st then is this Iron-Blooded Orphans 10th Anniversary pin set. It goes for 5,500 yen, 35 US, and comes with 5 pins and a special box to put them in. There's the main visual of the 10th anniversary, the Tekadon logo with a 10th anniversary banner, the Gallerhorn logo also at a 10th anniversary banner, the Tewas logo, and the CGS logo. Over at Bankore then, it was all about Gundam Wing, like their Gundam Wing opening and ending collection. For 7,700 yen, 49 US, you can get a Relina ending scene hoodie. For 3,300 yen, 21 US, you can get a Hiro and Relina opening scene tote bag. And for 4,400 yen, 28 US, you can get that same Hiro and Relina image on a t-shirt. There's a black one with the full image, or a white one with the image zoomed in on either Hiro or Relina. All of which are slated for a March release, just like these acrylic stands and acrylic keychains. They're sold randomly for 880 yen each, 6 US, and the available characters are the 5 Gundam pilots, Relina, Miliardo, and Trace. And then last but not least, on Premium Bandai, some outdoorsy Hathaway's Flash items became available. You can get a laser engraved Zai Gundam on a stainless steel plate for 1,430 yen, 9 US, a stainless steel mug for 1,980 yen, 13 US, and a stainless steel Sierra cup for 2,420 yen, 15 US. And for another 1,980 yen, 13 US, you can get a Mafty multi-tool. This keychain can be used as a screwdriver and also as a pull tab opener. And all of these are also slated for a March release. And that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.